Want to know how you can alter or tweak your artwork to make it really stand out from the crowd? Well, stick around because today I have got 3 ideas any artist can implement that will really make your audience stop, stare, and most importantly, share your work. Welcome friends, it's Kaylee Bird, and today I have got 3 fabulous ways for you to wow folks with your artwork. So idea number 1 is to play with proportion. Creating artwork that is unusually large or unusually tiny can really make for sort of an unexpected, surreal, and definitely a very memorable experience for your audience. I mean, think about it. When you see something that is strangely large in a tiny place or unbelievably tiny with excruciating detail, doesn't it make you just like jaw drop and look aghast? Well, that is one way to really make people want to show other people your art. If they're like, whoa, I can't even believe how they created this. Yeah, they're gonna want to share that with their friends. When getting my undergraduate degree, I actually did a series of paintings of hands and feet that were like crazy huge life size. I wish I had a photo of myself next to this painting because it's actually about 4 feet tall. And this one of my hand and the crook of my knee is about 2.5 feet tall. People love these. Are you familiar with the artist Claes Oldenburg? I love him. He does these insane, large-scale, like everyday objects in places that you would never expect to see them, and they're just totally massive. They really take you out of your element. Or conversely, this amazing artist, Salavat Fidai, who does these little sculpted pencil leads, like, you know, you have to get right up close to them almost with a microscope, but people are floored when they see them. And if you're thinking about painting, check out Bry Marie. I love her teeny tiny little landscapes on pennies. I mean, you just can't even like begin to understand the detail in these. And I'm pretty sure she sells a lot of them. My second suggestion is make people laugh. Now, of course, bringing out emotions like loneliness, sadness, even hope or nostalgia can be like a really powerful tool for connecting with your audience and bringing people onto the same level. But honestly, in this case, laughter really is like the best medicine. If you can actually get people to crack a smile when looking at your artwork, they're gonna connect with it in a deep way because everybody loves to smile. Everybody loves something that is the source of a smile, and people are really most likely to share something that gives them a smile with their other friends. So if you can make funny art, genuinely quality art that is funny, you're going to be making a shareable artwork right off the bat. Back in my early to mid 20s, I did this whole series I called my amoebons, like the amoebas, the simplest form of life. And I just had them doing all kinds of random people things, and people thought that these paintings were like hilarious. These were such a big hit every time I had them at an art show. And you can do things that are like obviously funny, like tongue-in-cheek jokes, like my girl Sarah Ann Sweeney does. Like her stickers and stuff literally make me crack up like every time I see her on Instagram. Or you can do things that are a little bit kind of more fine art. My girl Zeezy did these adorable little mushroom bum stickers that I'm so in love with. And there's this other girl, Dorielle Cami, that I follow, and her work is like obviously very fine art. She's very trained in classical traditional methods, but she does them in these wonderful, playful, bright, colorful, strange ways that just really brighten your day. So honestly, funny art can really take you pretty far in any direction. And suggestion number 3 is to use materials in new or unusual ways. And you can either use art materials to make art or traditionally non-art materials to make art. But if you create something very unique and unexpected with some kind of material that people are not expecting, they are going to have a spark of imagination and a spark of inspiration from your artwork, and people love feeling inspired. They love interacting with the world in new or unusual ways. So if you can create some sort of interaction with people and the world around them in a new way that they have never experienced before, then A, they're going to want to interact with your art, and B, they're going to want to share that interaction with other people because it's going to be such a cool experience, especially if they're able to interact with your art in person. This is the kind of thing that they're going to wind up wanting to take pictures with your artwork for sure. So you're probably familiar with all the like dead lizards and bugs and all the plants and leaves and flowers and even the found objects and stuff that I love putting in my resin art. But of course, there's all kinds of ways that people are now doing the resin pours and pendulum drips and all this kind of stuff, like Callen Schaub, which now people are realizing there are like an infinite ways of putting paint on canvas, right? There's this artist, Erika Iris, that I recently discovered, who makes portraits out of old cassette tapes, which I think are amazing. And then one of the most famous artists in the world, Weiwei, using things like millions and millions of sunflower seeds, or using book bags to make serpentine snake-like sculptures. I mean, he just always floors you with what materials he uses. You never know what to expect next. And if you can stand a little more inspiration for your art artwork today, check out this playlist right here. I got all kinds of fun things to get you inspired. Thanks so much. If you enjoyed it, please hit that subscribe button, ding the notification bell. Come back every other week for all the best fine art tutorials and art biz advice. I'll see you guys soon.